Got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go. Let's do this. Good night. 180. Let's get in them holes. Double time them under.
Hey. 4 down. Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Yes.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 21.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Tight dog.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
180. Middle. Hey, watch the lane.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check Mike 21.
Come on.
Hug. Hey, check Mike 21.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Here we go.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Rosen. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
At the 4-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Check nickel.
Here's Rosen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here's Rosen to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Ready. 70, Indy. And what's that? And what's the ball?
Mike's 59. Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Keep grip.
From the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now this throw caught left side. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 45. Let's go.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready?
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
45's the mic. Here it comes. Here it comes. Bravo. Check. 45's the mic.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check. 93's the mic. 93. Check.
Now it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Good head. 180. 50. Quarter. I got you. Check 43. Check 3.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Money. 180. 43. Alert. 43 is the money.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. This one caught by Ridley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the screen. Check. Lucky. Hug.
And now it's Rosen looking. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Here's Jones on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. Ready.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Give me some.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, he completes it to Tate. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained.
On the ready.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Army.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Blue draw quarters.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
45 the mic. 45.
To throw is Rosen. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They toss to Freeman. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Back deep, Golden Tate. Oh, it's a wobbler here. He juked him. Able to power through. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Break. Check. 59. Yo.
Hey, seam six. Check. 5.
Jones on 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. 50, plant.
59's Mike. Check.
Let go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Here we go, dude.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Here's Matt Bosher now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to... And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brandon Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's Tate. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Ready?
The final shot before break. Jones. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Jones throwing again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On third down, Barkley. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for New York. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes just usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Got it.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Yo,
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold.
He's got a man complete. The 30, 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 96 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the 3rd quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rosen will throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Kill. Turn it up. Hey, alert. Hey.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check 31. Hey, Alpha.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And Ingram hauls it in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Get it.
To try again after the sack. Jones, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown, baby.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing, Jones. And Tate's got it. That one good for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Jones now throwing on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. On first down, Jones. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. That's exactly what he got done there. And
from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And hear the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check Mike 21.
Here's Rosen. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
don't they? They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
That good for 22 and a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
Check Mike 21. Double dog.
Go.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Hey, alert. Smoke.
Hey, check Mike 21.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 57 to Mike. 57.
Again, it's Rosen. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
General West.
Wide. Get wide.
On first down, Freeman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
You ain't doing nothing today. 80. One day.
Hey, check Mike 21.
From the 16, Rosen. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
218, chopper. Safe. Buzz.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Crash. Monday. 3.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check. Hug.
Now it's Freeman. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Rosen to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And no, throw. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, and they'll take it from there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem